And well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday night. We are here gathered, as we always have been for, almost 6 months now, talking about our experiences with the Iteracare wand by Prife International. My name's Rami Martin, and I'm the host of this Zoom site. And we, many of us have been coming week after week to share. We have a special guest who will be giving her testimonial. But like every week, we want to start with a very brief video. It's about 5 minutes long. And if you like it, then I would love for you to have that kind of in your Telegram or in your files so that when someone has an interest in Iteracare treatments, you will be able to share this with them. All right. So I'm going to, let me see here. Let me share this with you. It's there are several of them out there that have that's pretty much to the point, but it's just enough to get their palate wet and excited about learning more. All right, so here we go. And thank you to, I got this video. Oh, I did have it ready. Hold on. I gave you a sneak peek, everybody, of what's coming. Tonight we are going to be talking about the Iteracare wand and treatments on our fur babies. And so that's what that was all about. So stay tuned for some of that. Okay, so I just found it, everyone. And oh my goodness gracious. Share desktop. And going here.
Oh, this is that girl Remy was talking about.
Here it is, Henry George. All right, so welcome to those who jumped on the call. If you kindly just mute, I'm going to put on a short video for those of you who are brand new to this tool, this wand, and then for those of you looking for a video that you could share with your loved ones. Here we go.
The world has changed. Sickness, the outside influences, our mental state, physical bodies, and our environments have forever been altered. Synthetic medications, expensive doctor visits, and the masking of the issues we all face in our lives is no longer an option for smart people. The Band-Aid is coming off. Wellness has now become the main focus for those seeking a more proactive and responsible lifestyle. So many different modalities have now become part of a daily routine for so many. Yoga, breath work, nature, regular exercise, meditation, food, spending time with family, and rest, and so much more is what people are seeking. People are searching for a simple, effective way to bring their bodies into a more balanced, healthy state, free from stress, anxiety, disease, pain, and discomfort. Our health is our responsibility, and the time is now. One of the top 10 most advanced technologies to change the world's lifestyle is finally here. Welcome to the powerful benefits of the terahertz frequency and 3-in-1 core technology. Albert Einstein said, "The future of medicine is frequency." And now this portable device is here today to assist your body to naturally achieve a balanced state, a state called homeostasis. Tens of thousands of testimonials and happy customers in over 50 countries have made this the #1 terahertz frequency quantum technology device of its kind. It has been called the wave of light, the light of life, and God's waveband. It is simple to use. Spending just minutes a day, you'll begin to feel more energy as your cells begin to energize and repair. The old cells leave and new life begins. There are 8 steps to better health, and the Iteracare device provides these benefits: eliminating unhealthy cells, activating inert cells, increasing self-healing, clearing of your meridians and your lymph, improving microcirculation, regulating glands, removing water retention, and increase circulation, You'll have better looking skin, improved circulation, pain relief, and faster recovery. Ancient Greek philosopher Hippocrates said,
"If there's a way to heat the bones, then all diseases can be treated."
no more waiting,
No more wondering.
no more wasting time, money, and energy. Your best health awaits. Your time is now to free yourself from the discomfort, pain, and stress. Iteracare is here. Are you ready to experience your best? Get blown away. Take care with Iteracare.
Okay, so that's a 3 minute and 32 second video that I will repost in our channel, our Telegram channel. If you are new to our group and are not a member yet, please feel free to let the person who invited you know, and we will be sure to add you quickly to our channel. Okay, where we post these videos of these recordings and so forth. All right, so let's see. In fact, there's our special guest coming to the call. And oh gosh, we got Hawaii in the house here. Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to kick off tonight with a testimonial, a new friend that we've met from Oahu. I'll have Mr. Henry George. He stepped away from a class he's teaching. Henry, would you be so kind to kick us off this evening?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. I get excited every Wednesdays to be a part of this call, only because I look forward to hearing more amazing testimonies. And so I was given an opportunity to share the device to a very close friend of mine on the Big Island. And her name is Taimani Kaupua, and she shared it to her sister, who is our guest, our testimonial guest tonight. And this is Lanu Tipton, her and her husband, John Tipton, who's the senior pastor of New Hope, Oahu. Yes, pastoring for about 2 years. And her testimony just blew my mind. So we were trying to figure out how to ship 10 devices at a certain day. And looking at the days, it wouldn't work. So I volunteered to take the 10 devices to Hawaii. Like who wouldn't want to take these devices to Hawaii, right? So I took the devices and shared it with her, and the family shared their testimony, how they saw immediate results. And so we took those 10 devices and sold them all. And we had 5 more people who needing machines, but we were fortunate because Renee, who is also has had some products, so we were able to get some from her to supply to Lanu's friends. But yeah, her name is Lanu Tipton. This is an old friend of mine that I've known over the years. So Lanu, if you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself to our Ohana.
Hi, Henry. Hi, everybody. Hi, Remy.
Aloha,
And
Lanu.
Eileen. I'm in Las Vegas. So this is awesome. I've come here to learn more. But what happened was my sister hurt her knee. So she was using the wand. And I found out about it. And then she sent me a video of the man who took the vaccine and he could barely walk and whatnot. And I told her, I can barely walk. Why didn't you share this with me? Because I've had neuropathy for years. I've been on pain pills for over 10 years. I'm a diabetic. I lost a baby toe. I always say my baby toe went to heaven before me. And just over the years, as I've gotten older, it's just been really hard to walk. And I describe it as walking almost on stilts. So you feel very unbalanced. That's the feeling I had, was just almost like I had 2 peg legs. And so I've been searching high and low for something And I didn't think, I saw the video of that man, and I saw my sister who hurt her knee. And then like 5 days later, I saw her walk on a stage online. And I thought, wow. So I ordered it and I started. And what happened was, I think I thought I knew what a minute was. So I did the protocol. I, wanded my feet, everything, but I thought I was doing a minute. I think I was doing maybe 40 seconds, because when I wanded my husband, I used a timer. But what happened, what caught my attention was, usually I'll go on a errand with my daughter, but I always stay in the car. And what happened was, I had to go into a bank. And so I had my cane with me, everything. But what was interesting is, I got out of the car, she stayed there. I walked across the parking lot, I walked into the bank. This is the day after my wanding that I didn't do very well, And when I turned around and I walked out, I walked to the car and I thought, whoa, first of all, I have no pain. Second of all, it reminds me of before, when I used to have feeling. And so I jumped in the car and I told my daughter, well, Leah, and she got scared. What? And I said, I walked like before. And that was one wanding. And then by the 5th day, I was flipping out because I could feel the ground. And because when you have nerve damage, you have freckling and you have dark areas, and they're all turning light. And I thought, oh my word. Of course, I bugged Henry. I was texting him, Henry, my friends need this. I know so many people who have health issues, And then what happened was, Henry brought all of the 10 went, plus like my friends, they love it. And then of course Henry, they love Henry too, And so anyways, when I got here to Las Vegas, we're staying in an Airbnb with steep steps. So I can navigate the steps, but I hurt my knee. So I did the same thing. Wanded, rested, and in one day, like yesterday, I had such a sore right knee and gone. I was able to do errands today. But I'm blown away by the wand. I call it my Jesus wand because I really prayed to the Lord that I would either be healed or he would find me the cure. And so that's my story. I love it. I know I won my family, I love the water. So I'm here to learn more in Vegas. I'm here to learn more. So I'm excited to meet with Eileen and Henry. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Lanu. This is a powerful testimony. Tell me regarding your water, drinking water, how much water are you consuming? How much of your treatment is the charged water?
So we bought a big, huge bottle and a big, huge mug so that we're drinking a lot of water. I wand 1 to 2 times a day, because we're here in Las Vegas for my granddaughter's dance competition, and then later for my grandson's basketball. We're here for a month. So, but yes, I love wanded water. When I'm at home, I will wand a whole bottle, just a big one. And drink throughout the day. It's just a little bit harder when you're away, but before and after treatment, definitely wanted water.
Wow. Wow. What questions do you all have for Lanu? I'm so pleased that she's here. Ooh.
That is a wonderful testimony. The first time I heard it, I was awakened.
I
And
forgot to tell you, I drove. That was the other thing. I haven't driven for how long? Years. And I was so motivated to go to my friend's house who was in an accident that I borrowed my son-in-law's car. I drove because I could feel the gas and the brake. That was
oh,
powerful.
yes,
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah. So, Miss Raimi, maybe we can add something to uh, uh, the about the product. We can share something about the product that will truly add to some of the knowledge. Remember, we have this product is like activates our cell, it energizes our cell. But remember, we cannot share this as a healing one. We only share this as a charger. It charges our cell. But the healing comes from the body. The body, God made us so perfect that the body can heal itself. The wisdom of the body is the one that heals us. So this device, it's just like a charger. A cell phone has a charger, and once it's charged to 100% of battery, then the cell phone can be useful. This one is our latest technology that will charge our cell, which means that if we are charged, the cell's function is to repair. That's the role. It will repair the body. So the true healer here is, praise God. Of course, we believe that our Lord has designed us to be perfect and to help the self-healing ability. Yes, I just want to make sure that we can share this, like, no, not healing device, but something that will be an air blower that energizes our cell. Okay, and also we want to share that this is also not recommended for people for pregnant women, but we can ask those pregnant women to use and drink our water. Okay, and also women that are into menstrual period, they cannot use this too while they are having their period, because it will, I will say, dilute or creates a low viscosity into their body, but they can still drink the water,
Absolutely.
just not blow. And also in the areas where there are pacemakers, implants, that's not an area that we can blow, but we can blow in other areas. So it's important, like, to really have a copy of our protocol and also our blowing guide. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, water. Oh Lord, it's really a God's gift, this water for us, right? Everybody loves the water, and it really, really, truly help our body. So it helps us not only energize but also cleanse it, and or also eliminate our unwanted or unhealthy cells.
Mm,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's just one thing we should remember, and we're thankful that we have this device.
I found one of our favorite videos that I'm going to share. I noticed that we have several brand new folks here that are just being introduced to the wand. So I'll share that. But I do want to pause just a moment if there are any other questions about how Lanu is using the wand. This would be a perfect time to do that while I'm queuing up this video. And I will post this video also in our channel. We won't be listening to all of it, but you certainly will get a taste of the content of Mr. Ong here, who is one of our favorites. Can you see this? Does everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
I'm the live stream guy. I'm the host of Prive International's live stream, which we have every Sunday. Now, today I'm going to be presenting to you the terahertz frequency and providing some evidence because I'm, coming from a legal background. Before I obtained my PhD in alternative medicine, I like to look at everything, as in factual, evidentiary kind of like, So before I joined Prive International, I did my own research, and I'm going to share some of these researches with you so that you can make a proper decision after you finish this video. All right, so let's get on with it. Now, Prive International was incorporated 28 September 2021. Yes, we are still a baby. We are still an infant. But despite the fact that we have only been around for 1.5 years, we have already expanded to more than 50 countries in the world. Yes, more than 50 countries in the world. And how did we do that? Well, I'm sure by the time you finish watching this video, you will get a feel of why we were, why we are able to achieve that. Now, before I get started, I would like to make medical disclaimers first. Iteracare Classic, Iteracare Premium, and Iteracare Pro are not medical devices. The information provided is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you're seeking medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Yes, these are the 3 Iteracare devices. The red one on the right is the Classic, which is our basic model for personal use. And then the one in the middle is the Premium, which is also for personal use, but better quality. All right, casing and everything that goes with it. And the other one on the left is the Pro model, which is for wellness centers, for clinics, and it is heavy duty. And unlike the other 2, the Pro also has the room temperature or cold function as opposed to the other 2, which only comes with a heat function. And the output of the Pro is higher. All right. Now, what is terahertz? Honestly, before I joined Prive International, I had no idea. I had no idea what terahertz is. And I researched, and this is what I have found out. Terahertz is actually, it sits, it's a kind of wave, but it sits between microwave and infrared. All right. So some people call it the terahertz gap. And for many, many years, people didn't know it was even there. And when they found out, they didn't even know what is it good for. All right. So where do you find the application of terahertz? Well, terahertz has been widely used in communication technology, public safety, biomedical, archaeology, military, and identification. Now, the reason why it's being utilized in these industries is mainly because it is non-ionizing. In other words, it does not harm your cells or DNA. All right, it's non-ionizing, compared to X-ray, for example, which is ionizing. So in airport security, it can scan through you, see what you're hiding, all right? And at the same time, it is safe because it's non-ionizing. So that's why you don't get to see X-rays being used in airports, right? Because it is going to harm your body. Right, moving on. And this is the inventor. 2014, biomedical scientist Yang Wen-jun. He invented the first terahertz device in the world. And you can see in the picture here, a little bit clumsy, yes, but very, very expensive. Much, much more expensive than the ones that we are using today. And they have already done, over the years, 62 clinical tests, right? At Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. And that is China, the manufacturer, the inventor. What about Malaysia? Well, our company is Prive International Sendirian Berhad, a Malaysian company, and we have the global exclusivity for this product all over the world. That's why we are telling you who is the inventor, their factory, and so on, all right? Because we have the world exclusivity to market the Iteracare product. So moving on, I have basically summarized 4 main points why Iteracare devices that we are selling, they have penetrated and expanded to more than 50 countries in the world. And these 4 main points are, first, it stimulates the stem cells. Second, activate the cells. And thirdly, it's safe. And fourth, it's very simple. It's user-friendly. Now, coming to stem cells, before I joined, they were telling me that you just have to blow on the spine and it can stimulate the stem cells. I said, show me the proof, right? And no one could show me the proof. So I went on and researched myself. And, based on what I have found, it was good enough for me to start, joining Prive on May 1 last year. And what did I find out? Well, I researched and I found this Russian document, Russian Academy of Sciences, and their scientists have basically found that through blowing terahertz frequency on your bone, you're able to stimulate or activate the stem cells. Now, typical lawyer, when we present something in court, we have to impress the judge and we always have to show our authority. So likewise, I wanted to know who is this Russian Academy of Sciences. So I Wikipedia them and I found out that they have more than 100,000 employees. Wow, that's huge. And more than 30,000 scientists. Now that's good enough for me, right? And then the document that I present before you is actually, they're testing it on mice. Yes, they're not testing it on humans. Now, something for you to understand, it's very expensive to have human clinical trial, costs billions of dollars. And pharmaceutical companies are able to do that because they have already patented their drug. And then the next level before they're able to market is to show the safety and efficacy of that particular drug. So they have to do a human clinical trial and they will spend billions. And they don't mind because they're going to get a return on their investment, the ROI, all right? Because they have already patented their drug. Now, however, organizations like the Russian Academy of Sciences and its equivalent, they don't go around spending billions, all right, because they're not going to get there. They're just doing it for the love of science. And here, they tested on mice, and it was shown that exposure to ultra broadband pulse terahertz radiation, I'll just move down a little bit, promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells. Now, let me just explain a little bit about stem cells. Stem cells are in our body and they are undifferentiated. In other words, they have no specific function, right? But when it goes to your liver, to your kidneys, to your heart, etc., to your different organs, it becomes your liver cells, your kidney cells, your heart cells, and so on. So from undifferentiated, it becomes differentiated. Now, let's read this again. It says here on line 4, promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells. I'm saying, wow, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. All right. Even though it's on mouse, that's good enough for me. Okay. So it basically after blowing, it actually promoted the differentiation from undifferentiated, it becomes differentiated, and it becomes the organs cells. And that is huge for me. All right, moving on. So next thing is terahertz resonates the same frequency as normal human cells. Now, an analogy of that would be to compare with our cell phone. We need to charge our battery, right, in the cell phone. Otherwise, we cannot use it. Our body is pretty much the same because our body is made of energy. And this is something that science have found in 2012. They have actually spent more than $10 billion at a place called CERN, C-E-R-N, in Switzerland, where they built a Large Hadron collider, 20 over kilometers, and they use magnets to pull all these photons, electrons, and so on to try to make it as fast, close to the speed of light, and then collide them. That's why it's called the Large Hadron Collider. So by colliding them, they are simulating the Big Bang. And many people believe that that was how the universe was created 13.8 billion years ago. So they simulated the Big Bang, the collision, and our bodies, we are made of what? Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and so on, right? We are molecules. And molecules, when you break them down into atoms and subatomic particles, into the smaller ones like quarks and all that, they have actually found in 2012 that it's just an energy field, and they named this energy field as the Higgs boson. All right, so it is the Higgs boson energy field that all particles have to go through to get its mass. Okay, so at the end of the day, you touch your flesh, you touch yourself, you touch your everything breaks down to just energy. Now, the good thing is, well, terahertz resonate at the same frequency. Now, why is this good news? Because if it does not resonate, it's not going to do us any good. So let me show you what is resonance. Okay. So as you can see from this experiment here, right, if it is the same frequency, then it's able to vibrate. All right. So likewise for our body's cells, because it resonates terahertz frequency, it vibrates with the cells in our body, it will energize our body. Now, when our bodies are energized, well, the cells are then able to function and do what they are supposed to do, isn't it? So that's what we want, right? Ultimately, that's what we want. And the good news is that now it's able to do that. Our cells are now able to function, right, at a higher frequency, and it's able to perform its task. All right, that's why many people are getting better, all right, by using the terahertz frequency. And later on, I will share also, we blow the terahertz onto the water before we drink, just for 1 minute. And again, our body is 70% water. So when you drink energized terahertz water, guess what happens? Right? Our body, our cells gets energized. And that's why this product works so amazingly well in our bodies. Now, moving on. I was told that, this guy couldn't speak for like 2 years, and you blow and he was able to speak in 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, really? So again, I did my research, and this was what I found. Okay, this was what I found. And here, the previous document that I shared by the Russian Academy of Sciences was a 2020 document. And this one is a 2021 document. And here it says terahertz exposure enhances neuronal synaptic transmission. Wow, these are huge words. Enhances, improves, right? Neurons. Now, synaptic transmission. Some of you may know, some of you may not. Well, I copy-pasted here the definition. And understanding of synaptic transmission is the key to understanding the basic operation of the nervous system at a cellular level. Without transmission, there is no direct communication between cells. There would be only individual isolated cells. So in other words, if you think with your brain, your mind, if you think that you want to move your fingers, they will move because there is cellular communication, and you want to think of something to say and the words will come out. And if you think you want to walk, you will walk. All right. So when there's something wrong with this, then that's where stroke patients, they suffer because they cannot walk, they cannot talk, and they have a lot of issues. All right. It's because there is no longer the neuronal synaptic transmission occurring. Okay. So moving on. Now, this is the excitement because I have just a few days ago found this document, and it was published at National Library of Medicine. It's actually in PubMed and National Institutes of Health, which is US government website where scientists, doctors, they can publish their works and they will be judged, right, by their peers. They will be judged. So this one, well, it's actually published by a group of scientists from Iran, all right, from Iran. And well, I've always believed that, you know, people from Russia, they are really brilliant. People from Iran, they are brilliant because they historically Persians, right? They're really rich in culture and history, and they're brilliant people. Okay, and this is what they have found, right? And in this particular paper of theirs, they were looking at a review of feasible applications of terahertz waves in medical diagnostics and treatment. So they were looking from two angles, diagnostics and treatment, all right? And I'm just going to focus on the treatment, okay? I'm just gonna focus on the
Okay, everybody, I'm not going to play the entire video, but I wanted to introduce this one to you. For many of you who are scientific based, this video would be a great one for you to share. If you fast forward to this part here, he's using this device that actually picks up any form of radiation to demonstrate that it is safe. All right, and then you can fast forward it here where he talks about the protocol to review that with your clients. And for those who are brand new on the call, this is what we call the protocol. It's just outlining the steps that we take, basically drinking 2 glasses of warm water, of our charged water before we begin, and then going through 2 minutes on each of our hands, our feet, behind the lymph nodes, behind the knees, the groin area, armpits, the behind the ear area, and so forth, as you see pictured here. All right. So anyway, this is a good video, you know, for someone who really wants to and get to
I'm too close to yours.
this section here. He will go into the do's and don'ts, which is also very helpful to a newcomer to the wand. Eileen was mentioning some of these warnings before you begin. And then he has a whole series here of testimonials. So again, I'm not going to share them with you, but he talks much about folks that were not able to walk, just as Lanu had shared with us so eloquently earlier, and sharing their videos here. Okay, so I do recommend that you choose which videos that you find powerful. This guy here, we watched last week. He had a stroke and was able to, in the mirror where you're staring back at yourself and you start wondering, oh, to walk again. All right, so anyway, there you have it. I wanted to just share a little bit of technical knowledge with you tonight, and also just segue over to the topic of the night, which was wanding our pets, because so many of you have fur babies and are actively using it with your animals. But before we do, I just want to pause for any feedback on the video that we just watched, and or questions for Lanu if something has popped up for you since we heard her speak.
Miss Raymond, I wanted to share some. So that one is also on the YouTube, and his name is Dr. James Ong, and that recorded item on the YouTube is April 10 of 2023. And it's how to live a healthy life using a frequency device. So they can get it from the YouTube, or we will appreciate if you can put it into our Telegram.
Yes.
And then they send the whole thing. That one you have to record or store in your cell phone so that you can share this with the people that you want to invite. Because this is a very powerful, it's scientific, it has research, and it has also the testimonials.
Yes, yes. And you might want to timestamp the parts that you think are specific to someone's needs so that they can fast forward it right to that area. If you know that Dr. Ong talks about a specific ailment, then you can zip right to it. All right. Any other feedback on the video or anything that you'd like to share before we cut over to our topic of the evening? Okay. I'm also looking for topics for next Wednesday. If there's a specific ailment that you want to zero in on, we can begin collecting videos on that topic. Perhaps it is with cancer patients or maybe people with high blood pressure. Last week, we talked a little bit about stroke victims. Again, that would be, I'm open to your ideas, okay? All right. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and pop us back over to the YouTube channel here. And we're not gonna take this one here. I will share this link for you later, but here is one. This one is just a fun video. She's just showing how it's safe to use with her pet, but this is the one I wanted to play for you. Let me, for those of you who don't have a lot of time, let me pause this so we can read what this says. Okay, I got invited to a party, met Ginger, 10-year-old little dog, was told she was listless and had been off color for weeks, not eating much, totally miserable. Owner very worried, took her to the vet. They couldn't specifically diagnose anything wrong. And so she gave her this treatment. Those of you, I was going to show if you are short on time, there are ways that you can take your video and speed it up if you need to, but we'll go ahead. Finish it off.
Just run it up and down the spine. So how long has she been sort of a bit off colour? Weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
And what's been the symptom? 3 or 4 weeks. And what's been the
Well,
symptom?
she's just not being herself. She's been hiding under chairs, hiding in corners.
Don't go too far. That's it.
She's been totally off her food. She yelps every so often. But for no reason, she hasn't been hurt or held up. And she's just been totally miserable.
There you go. Fantastic.
How's that?
That's enough.
That's heartwarming. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Does anyone else find a video on that? Let's see. This one. Yeah, I haven't been able to get this one to play. But anyway, let's see. Okay. I will put more of those in the channel. I do want you to know that we have seen video of a goldfish. Maybe can someone share what, did anyone see that one with the goldfish before?
Yes,
Go ahead.
the boys called it Lazarus because the goldfish was already like dead and it's already upside down. So, Daddy, my fish, it's already dead. And then the daddy said, let's want it. So they want the water. And then after 5 minutes, the fish just turn around and start swimming, And then after a while, a few seconds, the fish just had a poop, a long tail of poop, but then the fish was now alive. So they called the fish Lazarus because he came back to life. That was in a January video of Nathan. I think January. I'll get that video.
There was another one also with a horse. I'm sorry I didn't have them all queued up and ready for you, but what else have you all heard about and your personal experience wanding your animals? Please share.
I don't have an animal. But when I was in Maui, my sister had a dog, and I was hoping Kapi came on so she could update everybody with my sister and her, her stroke and stuff like that. But I gave the dog bonded water, and at the beginning she was like, I'm not drinking it. I was like, well, you either drink it or you're just gonna be dead. And then she ended up drinking the water, and then every time she would look at me, and then so I would put more water, and then I started mixing her food with wanded water, so in case she don't drink the water, she gonna eat the food because she's hungry, right? But she let us wand her, but she's like, I don't want it today. She just give you that look. So I don't know if Layla kept doing sister as her dog, but she looked like she was going down. And Joel has the same siblings for the dogs too. She had the mom for Layla's dog, so she's been doing that to her dogs too. So she's faithful in wanding their water and having their own jug. I don't know why she's not on tonight, the one with the fur babies.
That speaks of Renee Kudlik. I don't know, Renee, if you want to share some of your routines that you have at home. Would you care to share?
The routines that I do at home?
For your puppy, your baby.
Well, he gets wanded water no matter what, and he's doing very well. But I guess I'll share my sister-in-law whose dog came down with lymphoma.
Oh.
And they gave her like a week to live. She wouldn't stay still for wanding, but she has been drinking the water, and we're about a month out and she's still alive. So we're trying to get her keep still to wand her, but she's not having it. She doesn't like the loud noise. But there's something there with the with just the water, her drinking the water. It's she has moments where she'll just lay down and she's exhausted, but for the most part, my sister-in-law said she's still behaving kind of normal, like herself. So that's good. My dog has Frito toes. I don't know if you've ever heard that term. And so I've been working, I think it was Miss Eileen who said, get a water bottle and spray your face and wand it. So I've been doing that for myself. And that's why I was so frantic, because I came to Vegas for a week and I left my wand at home. So I tried to get another one today, which thank God Miss Eileen got it for me. I feel like it's my drug of choice because it's like I felt like I was so lost without it. But as far as my dog, I've been spraying his paws, I'm sorry, with the charged water. I got a glass spray bottle, which I found on Amazon, a pretty big one. So I charged the water, put it right in the spray bottle, and then I cover it, and then I've been spraying his toes, and that's been helping a lot with the smell, as well as him trying to bite his toes, because it's what it is a bacteria that gets in between their toes. And no matter what you do, like he's royalty in the house, and every time he goes out and comes in, we wipe him down with baby wipes. And I mean, like we're constantly, wiping him down. So now I spray him down with the charged water, and that's helping a lot. But yeah, so that's my share.
Thank you, Renee, for
That is a good idea, Miss Renee, that if they cannot tolerate the wand noise, by spraying even on the face of the pups or the babies, the fur babies, we can use the water and spray it not only in their toes but also for their body. Right? So it's a good idea. You gave me a very good idea. I don't only have to use it for my face, but then we can also use it on the pups. Okay. Also, I'd like to add that this is also good for our plants. As long as you're a living thing with cells, they can be used. You can spray the plant. You can use the charged water to make them healthy and energize the plants. What I had this bok choy, and it's wilted in the refrigerator. Okay. So I wanted to use them, and so I put them in a water with a charged water. I forgot about them. When I come back, wow, I said, the color was different. It's more fresh than when I left it from the refrigerator. So now I will wash all my vegetables with this white water. And I see them just getting energized. So yesterday I had this lettuce, romaine lettuce, and I fried little steaks, and then I wrap it with lettuce, and then I put a little hot sauce with sesame oil, and then I will eat it. I was so hungry yesterday, so. And then I sprayed and I washed my lettuce with the romaine, the charged water, and it was so green and so fresh and energy.
Wow, that's good. Eileen, thank you for sharing that. I will begin to do that, wash my vegetables. I know that Kawila was telling us that she makes her rice with charged water. So I need to tell my caregivers to begin doing that as well. So anytime that we can be using the water. I know, Renee, you also bathe your pup in charged water, right? In the tub.
Yeah, and I really am a believer of, you put just a little bit of the charged water in everything.
Yes.
I mean, in another container with uncharged water, and it changes the molecular structure.
Mhm.
But I just fill the tub up, and I wand the whole tub,
Yes.
and just charge the water for a few minutes, and that does help with his issues.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, this is exciting, everyone. I'm so thankful that you each come on Wednesdays, and a special mahalo to Lanu for coming and sharing her story. I'm so happy for you. This is liberating. And do you know your story? I will make this into a YouTube video for tonight, but I'm also going to cut it down, Lanu, so we have just your section. So if you want to just share out Lanu's story for someone who is suffering from some of the issues that she described, you will be able to bless someone and give them hope. Lanu, that's what you did for us tonight, is give people hope that there is a quality of life that they can enjoy. And for you to say that you can drive now, 2 weeks ago, we hosted someone else who shared, Miss Judy, who also started to drive once again. And her testimony was so powerful. So thank you. If any of you hear of stories like Lanu's, please invite them to our call. We need to hear them so that we can, again, bless other people with this device. All right. So aloha to all of you. We like to keep this under an hour. We thank you for your time and your contribution to our community. All right. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, God. And invite our people so that we can share and help them.